Hey everybody, welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
Hi, everybody. It's Kat.
And you're on the 10th floor. You're going all the way up to the 10th floor. You're in the elevator. You're joining us for a fun little conversation. A little thing. A little flashback of the week for General Hospital. You settle in, The ambient lighting is making it look really nice in the reflection of the health posting next to the buttons, where they're like, hey, wash your hands.
Yeah.
Get checked out on a regular basis.
Little sanitation, little sanitizer, and the little, put your hand underneath it, it just plops out, right?
Remember, there's all kinds of classes to be had here in this massive hospital. This massive hospital known as General Hospital. Very far away from Mercy. We don't even know where Mercy is. All right, Mercy's at the center of some other dramatic. I don't know.
It's supposed to be there in town, but we really don't know where it's at.
We have no idea where it is, but I imagine, you know how General Hospital is the heart of the drama between these particular families who live on this particular set of streets in Port Charles. I imagine there's another set of doctors going through their own set of drama. Maybe that is where a bunch of the other 5 families do stuff.
Maybe.
Maybe that's what's going on. That's what's going on near Mercy.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's all, east side, west side thing.
It's north side, south side, northeast side, southeast side. I don't know. Hey, Carius, welcome to the show. We've been good. A little late because Mom went camping. She went camping.
I went camping on Friday. I do RV camping, so it's not laying in the ground in a sleeping bag. I just can't, not anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe a long time ago. Anyway, did that kind of camping. It was super fun. Met some friends. Had a great time. And here we are back. Sorry that it's right during the Super Bowl. However, you guys, this is I know the time is not great, but by the time we finish here, it'll be about time for the real show to start, okay? You know that.
Yeah.
They're playing a little football during the Snoop Dogg Dr. Dre concert. Okay?
That's exactly what's happening, right? That's what everybody's waiting for, right?
Right. So by the time we get tired of talking to y'all and you get tired of us, it'll be time for the halftime show. And then you can see the second, quarter, third quarter,
I guess.
third and fourth quarter probably. And yes, absolutely. I don't know nothing about it. That's football, but it's a ball that ain't round. I don't care.
Just a bunch of people. What is it? A bunch of people just smashing together.
Yeah. You get 4 chances. To kill each other. I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway, I'm not knocking it because I love the social part of anything. Okay, absolutely. So I'm not saying if you're a football fan you don't know. Absolutely not. It's just not my thing. However,
you like a party.
You're going to still see the concert, and you're going to see the second half.
It's fine. It's cool. It's cool.
Right?
Hey, Irma, welcome to the show. Welcome to the live chat. Anybody else? Chime on in. Let us know you're here. Anyway, so General Hospital, so you're in the elevator. We got sidetracked by Super Bowl talk.
We did.
We're in the elevator going all the way up. The doors are going to open, and there's actually business. There's happenings. There's goings-ons in the hospital this week. You know what's going on? Somebody ruined Elizabeth's dress, and now she's like, "Oh my God, my dress is ruined."
Yeah.
Hey, Dolores.
Yeah. I think what we said before, I hope it's heading that way. That'll be interesting. That'll be fun to watch.
Where Elizabeth is experiencing some sort of psychotic break.
Yeah, I think she got the 3 Faces of Eve going on.
The 3 Faces of who?
3 Faces of Eve. It's a classic movie from, I think, probably from the 40s of someone with a fractured personality. Oh. I believe it was Joan Crawford.
Oh.
No. Joanna Woodward, I think.
Anyway,
classic movie about, and then there's Sybil as well. Well, it was Sally Fields, and that was fabulous. That's when she showed the world she could really act.
I see. All right.
Anyway, that's what's going on with Elizabeth. Don't you guys think that's a possibility? And if it's true, I'm on board.
I'm with it too. I am so sorry. I got sidetracked just making sure that everybody knows that we're live. Oh. Okay. All right. So maybe, I don't know. They got some people out there. I honestly want to give the writers a little bit of kudos and credit, because it seems like they do want to reach back into the Wayback Machine when it comes to people like Laura, and it feels like they kind of might have the little finger on the pulse, and just a smidgen, a little bit of wanting to do something fun every once in a while. Now, how far they're allowed to go is completely up to question, but they seem to want to start at the very least, and I'm all for it. So, I'm hopeful that she ruined her own dress. It's not some sort of Aiden is acting out sort of nonsense.
Yeah, I don't want that either. I want it to be something.
Well, she kind of had like this weird shift in the conversation though with Terry about it, where she's like, "I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It's weird. It's weird." And then she kind of goes, I mean, without the snort, but she kind of like ticks for a moment, and she goes, "Oh, well, I mean, I do remember seeing a little bit of a tear when I picked it up, but I guess I didn't realize how bad it was." I mean, come on. I mean, the dress was ruined.
It already, so it's leaning into that already.
A little bit. So maybe she was shifting into, Imogene is one of our listeners suggested it would be one of the altar's names. Jacarius agrees. Dolores agrees. So far, the chat is 100% behind us here, with Elizabeth being responsible for her own nonsense. So I'm with it.
I think Rebecca will be able to sink her teeth into it, and it's something new and interesting for Elizabeth, not just another dude thing.
Yeah, I mean, she's been saddled with dude stuff for a little while.
Yeah,
so it'll be good to give her something else.
It's not something going on with the boys, and it's not just a relationship thing, which is what we, and I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that that's what Elizabeth does. It's a cycle of relationship thing. For her to have something different, it
would be
makes
great.
her character more interesting.
It would be really awesome. It would be awesome for her to do so. And really, ever since she's been a teenager, she's been, boyfriend this, boyfriend that, boyfriend this, adventure with boyfriend that.
And as she's shown us in the past that she's capable of a lot. Actually, she's shown it to us.
Interesting insight here. Dolores giving us some interesting insight into Elizabeth, saying because of the whole Peter situation, she didn't have a proper chance to mourn Franco's death, because they had to hide the body, and then there was all of that stress, and then just distraction, and this has led to some sort of, I don't know. Poor Elizabeth. Hey, Keisha, welcome to the show.
Hi, Keisha. Actually, I can see this, Matt. I did manage to do what you told me, and I can see the chat now.
Oh, hey, all right. Congratulations. Look at that. You got it. You got the chat going. Excellent. Cool. I don't have to read it to you all the time. Now you can react to it every once in a while.
I will. I'm going to try to be honest with you.
It's distracting.
Yes. But that's not a bad thing, but, it's going to be a curve for me, I think.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. So yeah, Elizabeth, poor Lizzie Lizbeth. Maybe.
Well, I hope it's something really meaty and fun. I hope so, and it's a little dark too, so it's cool. I hope she has a personality. You remember? I'm sure some of you guys do out there in the chat. One Life to Live. Vicky had multiple personalities that came back and disappeared and came back and disappeared. And she had like a really smart one. She had a really like a hard one, that was a fighter. And then she had one that was a hoe bag. It was very fun. It was very fun. So I hope why not?
Well, I mean, this is something that they could keep forever. I mean, she gets a handle on it now, and then some weird nonsense happens 3 or 4 years from now. And as it turns out, Elizabeth didn't take care of one of those other altars.
So Dolores, you remember too. Like, Vicky had. I think. Oh my goodness, Nikki, one of them was Nikki. Nikki was the one that was in trouble all the time and very promiscuous.
Vicky.
Nikki and Vicky. And then there was one named Gene that was a stern doctor, a psychiatrist. And yeah, it was crazy. But
This
I
situation
guess
only calls for Gene. We need Gene. Gene's
if
not
you go
coming out.
if you go to Eternia, that's what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, you're just going to come back with
Anyway.
multiple person. You and Eternia. It's just your favorite
I
thing
know,
about One
right?
Life to Live.
So we better go back to General Hospital. Come on now.
Apparently Jessica as well had a split personality. So, I mean, it maybe we'll call it a soap
Yeah, she
trope
did. I
at this
remember
point,
that.
but I'm with it. I'm all for it. So,
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be fun for that'll be fun for
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
And everybody's been begging, Elizabeth needs more story. And now maybe Finn can be like, I'm prepping you. And maybe people will be happy about that. Huh?
And Cameron's gonna be wide-eyed. What's going on?
Mom, what's happening? I'm still such a young, innocent boy. I just don't understand anything. I've been kidnapped, accused of murder, but I'm just still so fresh-faced upon this world.
Strapped to a chair next to my stepfather.
Speaking of kidnapping, Charlotte got herself kidnapped temporarily, for a couple hours there, while Peter was on the loose. I saw somewhere that some soap person, I think it was Kelly Ripa. Kelly Ripa had once said that you're not an established character in soap operas until you've been kidnapped. So hey, congratulations, Charlotte, you're gonna make it.
But it was unclear to me. How did Peter know where Charlotte was? How did he know where to go with the whole pizza, knock the pizza guy out?
I don't know, taking a chance.
And did he call the pizza place and say he was for that address? And then somehow, I don't know,
Perhaps Victor Cassadine knew all along and for some reason let him know. For some insane wrong reason. Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting insight. I mean, sometimes I guess you just have to suspend disbelief to just enjoy the story for what it is.
Yeah.
Rather than try to find a logical answer between every little bit of the plot.
And then
so
he must have left her, Charlotte,
mm-hmm.
and baby Louise, together at one point somewhere, because when he first talked to Maxie on the pier, he didn't have the baby with him.
No, the baby was stashed somewhere.
The baby was stashed. He probably left her. Charlotte's 13. They say, I don't know if they had made a point of doing that, but this week they'd established that Charlotte is 13.
Yeah, I mean, I think there might be some sort of state law in New York or something about the age of a child that's left behind all by themselves.
Maybe, but they did say, that makes sense, actually, Matt. That makes sense.
Yeah, because
they did take but I thought it was a little odd that they pointed out that she's 13 and there was nothing I guess the stay-at-home thing, but
mm-hmm.
I don't know. That wasn't when it came up. It didn't come up at her age when they were talking about
planning for the future or covering their butts after the fact.
Yeah, that was pretty smart. Yeah.
I can't necessarily say that, but yeah, I mean, I don't live in New York. I've never lived in New York. I don't know what the age of allowed to be a latchkey kid is in New York. But maybe that's why they made a big deal of it, or to say she's a teenager. You could leave teenagers alone by themselves for 20 minutes while Esme's on her way home.
Yeah, I think at the age of 13, it's not unusual to do that.
I'm pretty sure you left us with my 13-year-old brother.
Yes, I did. When he was 13, 14,
mm-hmm.
Not for long. Yeah. Not for long at all.
If you're 5 years old and can fly by yourself, I think a 13-year-old can spend 20 minutes alone by themselves. I mean, but then you can see the dangers here as well. She was alone for not very long and got kidnapped by Peter August because she ordered a pizza. And how fast was that pizza delivery? Because my God, Kevin had just left. Was she like, oh no, I was left here with no idea on how to eat. Let me quickly order a pizza with the credit card that my grandmère left behind.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be a rich kid, though. I mean, Charlotte's a rich kid. Okay.
She sure is.
She's always, and they put it aside a little bit. I'm not sure how this is going to come out again.
It could be that grandma ordered it for her, or not grandma wasn't there. But Kevin ordered it for her, but I don't know. That would mean that someone's going to come to the door, and I'm sure they didn't really want her to answer the doors.
No.
I don't know. But no, I don't think it's unusual. I became a latchkey kid overnight when I was 14, 5 nights a week. I was a single mom. That was the way it was.
Yeah,
she worked graveyard.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, wow. I mean, she'll be okay. She was fine. She was found very quickly by Victor Cassadine.
She sure was. Oh my
Victor, Grandpa Victor, coming in for the save. If it wasn't for me, she might be dead, Valentine. Remember that.
He is he's a slippery guy, isn't he?
He's the slickest.
He is, and he's like a smooth criminal in a way. Old grandpa style smooth criminal.
He is. I mean, but Laura's on the case, all right? Laura's not going to be all like, hey, I'm just going to let this slide. What a strange coincidence that you found her so quickly. No, she's already, Anna too, like the Laura-Anna connection. You're not going to get anything past those two, all right? Especially since so many people have pointed out how bad Anna has been recently at investigating things. She's got to get good.
I yelled at her this week. I yelled at Anna this week. I said, "Oh, well, look at you. You have figured something out." I couldn't help
it. So mean.
I know.
Well, she kind of deserves it, though. I mean, she's just let Peter run wild all over Port Charles.
She has. How many times has she had a chance to kill that fool?
Plenty. But she thought it was her son for the longest time.
Well, I know, but. Goodness. And Valentine, too. Valentine has let him get away as well.
Yeah. I mean, that was out of guilt. I should have never given you to that man.
And like we said last week, the PCPD, they messed it up, too, because they shouldn't have had this long little wagon of 4. No. They should have had an escort for that. And he should have been strapped down like Hannibal Lecter on the way.
You had to dolly him in. Like he couldn't even move on his own. Yeah. He's a murderous criminal.
Does he deserve better? Does he deserve better?
Of course not. He doesn't deserve to be out on the run with Maxie. That's for sure. Look
what he's done. And but Maxie's got a plan. She was smart with those earrings.
Yeah.
She's smart.
Yeah, absolutely. 1,000% smart with those earrings. She left them behind on purpose. She was able to convince Peter to leave Bailey, Louise Bailey, Wheezy Faison behind.
Yes.
That
was pretty smart. I mean, it was tragic and heartbreaking, but it was pretty smart.
Yeah.
He's crazy, and she did manipulate him. She's got a plan. I hope maybe she got Uncle Mac's gun or something when she was at the hospital somehow. Wouldn't that be crazy? Maybe she can shoot him in the face. I don't know.
Oh my gosh! I mean, right now it's primed. I guess Maxie. If Peter is going to die, Maxie is going to be the one that is responsible for it. Right now, who knows where it goes? Who knows what's going to happen next?
Yeah,
Peter's a slippery one.
It would be nice if like a bunch of people caught up with him eventually, and maybe have a short. I don't want a long one. A short whodunit. Like maybe we see it from afar, but we don't know who does it. But he's really dead.
And then the fans start like comparing pictures and being like, "Oh man, it's the body shape of Scotty Baldwin."
I would love it if one of the women that he has hurt so terribly is someone that gets him. I'd like for it to be a girl that gets him.
Hey, Nikki, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Glad to have you here. Jason too. Jason says Peter is an immortal. I mean, it seems to be the case. I mean, you can't poison him. You can't throw him downstairs. You can't. Let's see what else has happened to Peter August. I think that's like the extent of his worst injuries.
Well, Liesel damn near killed him.
Oh, you can't burn him alive. uh, maybe if they
Oh,
chained
man.
the freezer, locked it, with like
Mhm.
chains and a padlock, then maybe he would have like suffocated on the inside.
Yeah, they
You-
should have went back and wrap that thing with as easy as just like a bicycle lock. A long bicycle lock would have done the job.
Oh gosh, let's see here. A lot of blame being thrown around in chat over who's responsible for Peter's tirade, Peter's crimes. Anna's getting some blame.
Okay.
Finn and Elizabeth are getting some blame. Looks like there's also some division as well as who they want to be the one that pulled the trigger against Peter. Is it going to be Valentine, Maxie? Is Austin going to save the day? What's going to happen?
I know. It's been pretty good this week, hasn't it, you guys? This was a good General Hospital week.
Last week was good too. They need to keep things going, man.
Yeah, I'm hoping for something really cool on Monday.
Mhm.
Because this whole Valentine's Day Part 1, Valentine's Day Part 2 thing they're doing.
Yeah.
Friday was a good show, but it wasn't all that great.
Hey, Nathan.
It seemed like a setup from what's going to be in Part 2. I hope it's something like, what? That kind of stuff is what I like. When you go, what?
Dolores said, I heard Carly said it's Nina's fault. Yeah, it's Nina. I mean, kind of. Oh gosh.
Oh my
man.
gosh. Well, yeah, we got it to go there, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, didn't I say that was going to happen?
Well, yes. Yes. Brooklyn had me in tears, Nikki says. Yeah, Brooklyn bringing it, man. Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't even get over her reaction. Was it this week or last? It was last week. I can't even get over her reaction to seeing the Bailey's empty crib. Like just her, no, like just her ability to just pull out all of that emotion in those 4 words was amazing.
And we haven't seen her absolutely reunited with Louise, and she will be. That's who she's going to go back to.
I mean, who's going to take care of Bailey while Maxie's away with Peter?
Well, yeah, it's worked out so far. Why would anybody be against it?
And how long is Maxie going to be gone?
Oh gosh, I hope she got a plan. We know that.
I know, but maybe the plan is going to be like a 6-month, 1-year plan. Maybe this is it for Kirsten Storms for a while.
I could see her being gone for maybe a week because she did have a COVID thing about 6 weeks ago.
So, I mean, it's kind of lining up right now. So maybe it was just good timing for her to wind up catching it. Jacarius hopes that GH updates their opening. Yeah, so do we.
So do we.
Yeah.
Like we used to have, The flip has been fun, but I'm over the flip.
The only thing really that I have left to appreciate about the flip right now is just knowing who's going to be in the episode, or at least who's going to be talked about. They love to show Peter on that thing when he's not actually in the episode, but when he's mentioned. Oh gosh. But yeah, I mean, Chase getting angry, Chase a little self-blaming there. I like that, where he's like, I'm a cop. This shouldn't have happened. Yeah, because you were off playing flirty McFlirty pants out in the backyard, not paying attention to the baby like you're supposed to. This is all my fault to sell the lie. I mean, yeah. Well, it did happen pretty quick after you moved.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just poor timing. Maybe.
Yeah. But he obviously, they weren't out there. They showed them out on that balcony, terrace, whatever it was. And they weren't out there like an extended amount of time.
No.
I don't think everybody would. I mean, I wouldn't say that no one would, but I don't think everybody would pick up the monitor and take it outside with them.
No. But during a tragedy like this, though, don't you find every little mistake that you possibly could have? Well, if only I had done this. If only I had done that.
And they did know that Peter was out already. They already knew that he was escaped at that time. So yeah, I guess. But they were having starry eyes with each other, basically.
Yeah. So they made a big deal about the legal documentation about the parentage of Louise and how it still said Valentine. So Valentine still had all the fatherly rights to Bailey. So really, as it stands right now, even though a lot of our cast of characters now knows who Bailey is, Lois is Bailey, Bailey is Lolo, Bailey Lo. Now that, but the world doesn't. So very easily, this baby's going to wind up back in Brooklyn's hands. Maybe Valentine's going to be a more active role because he wants to keep the baby safe and has a special, she'll always be Bailey to me, all that kind of stuff. And I don't know. I mean, as much as I like Kirsten Storms and Maxie, this is just a good time for her to go and rest and come back with some new, fresh, awesome story. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And plus, she gets to come back going like, I want my baby, but the baby's 4 now, I mean, that's a long time, but I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a long time. But I mean, I don't know, but I'm just afraid that if the longer Maxie stays gone, the longer Peter stays alive.
Well, that's very true.
Have it.
That is very true. Very, very true. Shannon Burge says that Drew should be the one to take Peter out. I mean, there's so many characters that have the ability and have the motive to do it. So I don't know. Dolores laughs. Maybe Felicia will want to take the baby. No, there's no chance in hell that Felicia is going to want to raise this baby. She didn't want to raise her own babies. She's not going to raise her grandkid.
I could see Felicia trying to do that for a little while, but I don't know. They have changed. They've evolved the Felicia character after she returned. Maybe she just finally chilled her damn bones. Maybe that's it.
I don't know what it is about Christina Wagner is her name.
Yes.
There's just something about the way that this woman speaks that I love. The way that she forms words. And her voice, and just she has a pouty baby talk. Actually. Right, but yes. She has
a pouty baby. I don't find it endearing. I'm glad somebody does that. Good for you.
So not a fan of the Felicia performance. Got it. I mean, so moving right along here. I mean, we had a lot of fun this week when it comes to these soap vets, these GH vets coming together for some scenes over Mac's potential deathbed, which it turned out he's fine. He's gonna be okay, folks. He's gonna be okay.
Yeah, and I wasn't a bit surprised that he opened his eyes when Maxie talked to him. That's exactly what I expected. And I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. What was really cool I found about the flashback of Mac and Felicia was just reminding everybody that Mac used to have this Australian accent.
Mm-hmm.
And the flashback was when it was kind of like half there and half not.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know why.
I was reminded, man, he is a really good-looking guy. He really is. He's a baby face, though. Total baby face. But he's a good-looking guy.
Well, I'm Max Scorpio.
Yeah.
30-year difference.
You're right.
Yeah, whatever.
I think you hit that right there.
Anyway, I don't know. It was fun. I mean, people have been calling for this.
So let's wrap this up with Peter.
Oh, the Peter talk. You're tired of talking about Peter?
Let's wrap this up with Peter talk. All right. Where do you think he and Maxie are off to? He's diverted what the plan was with Uncle Victor. So even when the old crew catches up with Uncle Victor and pins him down, even if he tells the truth, that's not where they went. Right?
Right. I don't know.
So I wonder if Peter has an absolute plan or he is just flying by
winging it.
Crazy ass pants.
He's just winging it, man. That's what's going on. He doesn't know what he's doing. He was getting on the boat, but he's like, no, I can't go on the boat because Victor's going to know where I'm going, and I can't trust Victor anymore. Let me just hop in this car. I'm going to steal this car. Or wherever he got this vehicle from.
Yeah.
And they're going to run off, and then Maxie's going to be like, why don't we go to Texas? And then she's going to try to get, like, Frisco involved. I don't know. Or I don't know. Who's this family in Texas? Is
Well,
that?
I just hope the aunts and uncles, moms and dads that she's had were on a clue this time and find her clues and put some and make some connections
They're gonna have to
and
find her.
help her
They're gonna
out.
follow the
All
trail.
right. Gosh, I hope so because I have to say, even though I love these characters, they've been pretty bumbling lately.
You know who's gonna spearhead it? You know who's gonna fight hard to find Miss Maxie, right?
Who's that?
Damian
Well,
Spinelli.
I hope so. Actually, didn't they say this week they were called? Someone called him, right?
Austin called Spinelli to
Yeah,
track down Maxie's car.
yeah, but they haven't had a scene with Austin and
No, no,
Spinelli
no, no,
yet.
no, 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 not yet. But
Yes,
it should be
yes, yes,
fun. I
yes.
think. I think.
I'm all
Yeah,
for that.
yeah.
They, because Austin has some quirkiness as well.
He does. He does. And you throw Robert
I like
Scorpio in
it.
the mix because Robert and Spinelli were really bouncing well off of each other pre-pandemic
Uh-huh.
before they had to trash that storyline, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. I'm all for it. I want 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 it. They want to see Frisco show up. Dolores wants to see Frisco. I don't know. I don't know nothing about Frisco. He's been gone for so long. I don't care.
Well, and you weren't watching it at the time, though, man. So you don't have a history of, you don't have a history of.
He is the
I
worst
mean,
father in history, Jason. You're right.
Jason can't say he was a good dad, that's for sure. Say this, you can say he's a sexy dad, but you certainly can't say he's a good one.
I don't know. I mean, Felicia fell for him, so he must have something good going for him, I suppose. I suppose. Hey,
Okay.
you know who's gonna break up?
Who's that?
Sonny and Carly.
I know.
You know who
Well,
couldn't be happier about it? Ava.
Ava Jerome's Cassadine.
Oh gosh. Okay. So Nina was talking to Ava. Talking on Windermere. It's Valentine's Day. Don't you have something to do? Oh, it's fine. Let me pour myself a martini. Let's talk like girls. Um, uh, and yeah, and then so they chit chat, and then Ava's just oh oh she walked in on you two, did she? And how was it? Like overjoyed.
Yeah, she was. She
Just
bubbled, didn't she?
she
Just
is
kind of like
just so
she just bubbled up.
excited. Because
Ava.
I mean, Ava's hatred ebbs and flows, comes and goes. Not
Yeah.
except for when it comes to Carly. She's going to always hate Carly and want Carly to really want Carly to just suffer. She doesn't want Sunny to suffer. She wants Sunny to be happy with Nina, I suppose, but she wants Carly to be devastated and a divorcee and no longer in charge of whether or not Ava gets to see her dang daughter.
Well, there's two or three women that and they're in town that don't give a darn if Carly sees another happy day or not.
Yeah.
Couple of them.
Yeah. I mean, has this just been a problem with the Carly character over the last couple of decades, where she has been so involved in Sunny Jack's Jason for so long that she doesn't really have any connections outside of those people, and now
Well,
that
yeah, but you got to mix in. There was a relationship with Franco.
yeah, was it real?
There was, yeah, where they almost got married.
Well, he's dead. Jax is in Australia. Jason is
Yeah.
dead too. Sunny, she just can't trust him anymore. You just cheated on me again, and we've been married 5 times, and you've cheated on me every time, and this time is too many times.
Too many times. And she almost kissed Drew. And
Yeah.
when I was watching that, and I bet you guys felt it too. Like, what already? Why are we not building up for us to care?
Yeah, they needed a little
Why
more
are they
time
going to kiss
together.
already?
Yeah.
And then they went to commercial. And when they came back, that's when they saw where they showed that they pulled back. Well, Carly did.
I
And,
shouldn't.
yeah.
I shouldn't.
But I did think it was weird, so I was glad the way it ended that
Yeah.
they didn't actually go there. But it probably will just a little bit longer.
Irma said no.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Me
I
too.
think that they were missing a key element of this Carly manifesting her feelings for Jason inside of Drew. They just didn't show that at all. And so the kiss was weird and the kiss was awkward, but maybe this is going to be the trigger where she starts to think about it.
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, there's going to be some more stuff going on there too,
Yeah.
because the whole brainwashing card thing, that's not over, I don't think.
No, I mean, Victor has whatever piece of information he wanted about Drew. If Peter said it, I wasn't paying attention close enough, I guess, to know what it is.
I don't think I don't recall that he did.
Yeah, but it is definitely too soon for Carly and Drew. Irma agrees, yeah. But like I said, maybe this is going to be the spark that gets them to all really start thinking about it. I think that's something that is super important that they really need to establish is whether or not Drew remembers Jason's life.
That would be nice to know.
Because it would be a big help for this. Because if he can remember Jason loving Carly, then it's easier for him to fall into that, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And that's thoughtful writing. I like it. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I think we owe it to the people to know. All right, let's. I mean, for me at least, if I'm the people, then give it to me. I want to know. How much does he remember? Because if you go back and you watch Jason Billy Miller stuff, it was very obvious that Billy Miller was like, I remember everything about your life. And they had a big fight over Sam about it. And he's like, I remember every time you hurt her.
Yes, I remember that. Yes. So, and when he made the fatal walk into the elevator on the 10th floor.
Yes. Careful. It's a dangerous elevator, folks.
Well, yeah. So wasn't it the truth that at the time he still remembered Jason's stuff and his own life as well?
A little bit. They was starting to come back. A little bit.
They were trying to cross over. They were starting to cross over a little bit.
Right. Which I'm sure was just so they can have him come back, remembering his whole life, and not, and they could just say, the time I was away, I remembered it all. But I still want to know if the Jason stuff is still in there, especially when it comes to this Carly stuff. If it wasn't for the whole Carly romance aspect, I really wouldn't care as much. Carly and Sonny will eventually come back together. Yeah, of course. Of course they are.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
As soon as Nina can't handle it, or Sonny starts cheating on Nina with Carly, or whatever it is. But however many times Carly and Sonny are married, as soon as Steve Burton comes back to the show as Jason, she gonna love Jason more.
And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if someday he does get to come back. I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't see it happening real soon.
No.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't happen a year from now. I mean, especially if the whole virus thing, really gets better. Really gets better.
We'll see.
And, then maybe things will change in company policies and whatnot.
I don't know. Time is going to tell when it comes to that. I don't know. I don't work for them. I'd like to. If you got a job at General Hospital you want to offer me, just go ahead and just, send me the offer letter. I'll take a look at it. Send it to my lawyer, Diane. She'll take a good look at it,
Speaking of lawyers, who is the lawyer that Carly called?
I don't know. Who's a good divorce lawyer in Port Charles? It's not Diane.
It wouldn't be Diane because that's a conflict of interest.
It definitely so. So no, it wouldn't be Diane. It's definitely not going to be Scotty Baldwin.
No, and it can't be, and it wouldn't be Alexis because she can't even be one.
No, because she's been disbarred.
I don't think she'd do that anyway. I don't think she would represent either one of them. And if she would, it would be Sonny, not
Martin Gray. Maybe it's a Martin Gray. Maybe she reached out to one Mr. Martin Gray. I mean, he's been divorced 8 times himself. Maybe 5. I don't know. I stopped counting a long time ago. I'm not the marrying material. I'm not very good at this relationship thing. You understand, Lucy? Which is why we got to sneak out the back door every time Valentine may see us together.
They've really alluded to their relationship being seeing each other a lot more than they let us see.
When it comes to Carly and Sonny and Nina?
No, and when it comes to Lucy and
Oh
Martin,
yeah. That stuff is happening behind the scenes, of course. And
yes,
lots of people are falling in love behind the scenes. Okay, Martin and Lucy are falling in love behind the scenes. Drew totally fell head over heels for Sam, mostly behind the scenes. I mean, there was a couple of moments of like longing looks, but when it comes to like throwing himself out there and then being so sad he almost kisses Carly over it, it wasn't earned.
yeah.
Maybe Nora Buchanan.
And I saw,
Yeah, maybe.
well, it could be she has crossed over before, and they did allude to the lawyer being female, I believe.
Dolores
So yeah.
suggests it's Molly.
Well,
I want you to divorce my dad.
that's her uncle, Sonny.
I want you
Actually,
to divorce my uncle. Excuse me. Listen.
it's okay.
It's Sonny.
Breaks
All
her
right.
daddy.
It's
Well, yeah, because you expect all of them to actually be Sonny's kid because it's so
aren't they all actually Sonny's
often.
children? Aren't we going to change the show's name to All Sonny's Kids?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
At least have a spinoff. Why not?
Yeah. Okay. Hulu direct spinoff. Hey. Speaking of Molly, you can't talk about Molly without talking about TJ, okay? Because they are a legacy long-term couple, okay? They are a super couple on GH. This couple has been together for a decade. All right. They got together in high school. They went all the way through college. All right. One's a doctor now. The other one is an ADA. All right.
Yeah.
My God. Super couple.
They are full-fledged adults now.
Yeah. Yeah, and come on, agree with me. It's super couple status. Come on, agree with me. Mom.
Give them a big story they do really, really well in soon, and yes, and that's a possibility because they just put Tahj under contract.
Yes, they did. Tahj Bellows
this week,
who
and that's
plays
awesome.
a
Now,
DJ.
I hope it turns out that they do the same thing with Haley.
Yeah, I mean, we're just waiting on that, right? I mean, okay, so Terry was elevated to contract status a little bit ago, and we're starting her story, so that's fun. So yeah, let's do it.
Do you think Chet is her date? Really? He's got
no, because GH is already advertising on Monday that there's the Valentine's Day mix-up. So I guess not.
There's going to be someone else with a teal shirt on. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see in part 2 of Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Like I said, I hope part 2 is has more revelation than part 1. I thought part 1 was a little slow. And maybe I feel that way because Thursday was so doggone good.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. You know, I mean, maybe they're trying to.
Thursday was really good.
Maybe they were just launching off all of the crazy drama from Monday. You know, everything's just going to hit the fan on Monday. Just an hour of fan hitting.
Yeah, but I definitely think that Sonny and Carly are done for a good spell.
Yeah, a couple years.
I don't think, for a good spell, and they've done that before.
Yeah.
They've been gone, but they've been separated for a good amount of time before. Like the time that Sonny was with Brenda, the times where Carly was with Jax. They have a big splits of time. So we'll see what General Hospital does.
Well, now is the time to move the spotlight over to Molly and TJ. Come on.
There's no point in the whole Mike and Nina storyline if Nina doesn't get her man for a little while.
Yeah.
I'll suffer through it with you guys, okay? Bam.
Yeah, no, Sonny and Nina, definitely. And there's going to be some sort of mob thing that goes on, and Nina's going to be like, oh no, this is the life I didn't want to get into, or blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be so fun. It's going to be fun, you guys. I don't know what Carly's going to do. It's unfortunate because I don't expect as much fun from whatever is going to be coming from Carly as I am expecting from Sonny and Nina. But hey, whatever. And that's not me. Maybe it's just not my cup of tea, but that's all right. There's plenty of other cups out there in the soap land.
It's big drama. So how much longer do you think Sonny and Nina will hit the sheets again?
2 weeks?
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, did they even finish the first time? I mean, they got to finish the first time, right?
They didn't. So, that's why I said, when are they going to get together and finish the task?
Yeah, a couple weeks. Give it a couple weeks. Nina's got to get over the embarrassment,
Yeah.
because Ava was totally right. I mean, if you give Sonny and Carly time, they're just going to gravitate back toward each other. So if now is when they're pulled apart the most. If you're going to swoop in, swoop, honey, swoop. Want a? Would you like a drink?
And I thought, there's a little bit of, for me, there's some parallel with Ava and Nina.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And how Ava doesn't like, she's not disturbed by the fact that went on in that same room that damn Ryan got cookie.
Maybe it's other rooms. Okay, there has to be more than one room on the Haunted Star, right?
I hope so, but that seems to be the one I always see.
Well, okay, come on. What are they going to do? Build 8 sets?
No, but anyway.
But I mean, I would say if there's any sort of criticism over the room that they chose, it would be the fact that they did it in the bed that Sonny had prepared for Carly.
Yeah,
that was their marriage revitalization bed.
Yeah.
But it's like, nah, I'm just going to use this romance with you, Nina. Come on. Follow these rose petals with me. Come on. Oh, gosh. I wish they would have given Christina the same level of respect. She's almost like an afterthought. I don't know. Maybe Lexi Ainsworth is too wonderful to have around. She's just such a shining, bright light that nobody can compare, and so she just has to stay away. Otherwise, just everybody's flaws are shown. I don't know.
She does knock it out of the park every time anytime they give her a day there, she knocks it out of the park. She does. So yeah, I would like to see her more because she's good.
Well, there's room to shift it around, folks. So maybe we can have a chance to shift it around soon. I mean, TJ's contract status, I think that's a good sign. I mean, Terry's contract, too, and she's about to slide into this thing with Chet, I suppose, Maybe that's going to bring in some fun with Amy. Amy's fun. Mm-hmm. Maybe it'll be a nurse's ball extravaganza. I don't know.
Well, if they follow suit, wouldn't it be coming up in the late spring?
Yeah, I would guess so. I mean, we should be gearing up for it soon.
Yeah.
It's February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Those are all months of the year. It could happen. Nina is so desperate that she doesn't mind being second choice. But is she second choice? Because we're not talking about just Sonny Corinthos anymore. We're talking about Smike. We're talking about Money Corinthos, Sonny Mike Sonny that's existed. Maybe she's Sonny Mike's first choice. Just like when Drew was Jason, right? But when he thought he was Jason, and he chose Sam over Carly and stuff, and he didn't want to be a mobster anymore. Sometimes when you get a little bit of a different personality sprinkled into the main one, priorities change.
Yeah.
You're just not a fan of it. That's fine.
No,
you know what you can be a fan of, though.
Okay. It's okay. I am. Even though I kind of hold this against Nina, I hold it against Nina because it was a calculated, dirty thing to do. Basically, Sonny was victimized to a certain degree, and Carly was, betrayed terribly.
Just trying to do my my Wilson impression.
It's almost like since he didn't know who he was, and so it's almost like Nina was a predator in a way. I don't know.
I mean, that's a perspective. That's a perspective. I can't really deny it, I can't deny it. I can't say you're wrong because you might be right. Maybe I just like it. Maybe I just like Cynthia Rogers. Maybe I'm just biased.
Maybe she doesn't qualify as one, but she was perhaps thinking that like one at the time.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But what I do know, what I do know that we can celebrate and be enjoyful of, is that there was no Willow this week or last week. I don't think.
No, there wasn't, huh?
Oh, Michael, we're in Paris. We're going to stay away from all this drama. And then when we come back, Michael, your parents are going to be divorced. Oh, what are you going to do?
What happened? When we left, things were on the rocks, and now I mean, he's Jimmy Stewart, guys. Come on, he's Jimmy Stewart. Has anybody else noticed that Michael is Jimmy Stewart? Am I alone in this?
No, absolutely. Great to wrath.
When we left, everything was just good. They were gonna be okay, but now that I'm back, you guys are split up. What are we gonna do?
Oh my gosh! And James says we are shady.
Oh.
No, we are kind of.
A little bit. Only when it comes to Bellows, because it's so easy. They're just such easy targets. I now understand what it's like when I was a youth and people were like, "You're just such an easy target, Matt." Like it's Michael and Willow. I get it.
Oh, all of this money and Wiley. How am I going to live another life?
You're going to be okay, Willow. You're going to be just fine. Especially when you find out how bad of a man Michael really is. He's in the middle of his heel turn, you know.
He sure is.
He sure is. I want to do a special. Tell me in the chat if you guys want to watch this someday. I want to do a special where I explain soap operas through a pro wrestling lens. Okay, I'll use all of them pro wrestling terms to describe what's happening on soaps. Okay, like right now, Carly's trying to give Nina the rub. Whoa, what does that mean? It sounds so gross, but it's not. That's all. You don't get it, but that's fine.
No, I don't, but that's okay.
It's okay. Maybe there's an audience out there.
Oh, well, then maybe there is.
Maybe.
Like across the street. Right?
I don't know. We got to find a way. We got to find a way to put more videos up on this channel. It's really what it comes down to.
Well, I like that.
Yeah. You know, we'll come up with something. Hey, so we talked about everything that I wrote down on my Post-it notes. So we have to rely on the chat. What are we going to talk about next?
Well, we have something to say though, right? Do you want to wait until
yes. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. Next week, folks, at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just so long as everything continues to work out. We're going to have a special guest on this show. We're going to have Alondria Linnea, who plays Nika. She's going to join us and chit-chat about General Hospital. Talk about her time there. Her 1-year air date anniversary is this month. And so we're all going to get together. Nika, me, Matt and Kat, Alondria Linnea. Talking her experiences there behind the scenes, how she got the part, all that kind of stuff. I don't know what the conversation is going to be yet because we haven't had it. This is what I'm intending on talking about.
So we're really looking forward to it.
It's going to be fun. So I hope everybody's able to join us for that. I mean, clearly somebody that's breaking out into the business right now, what I want to call an emerging character in General Hospital. They make a point to have Curtis say her name every single time they bring her up in conversation. It's not just, oh, that bartender over there. Oh, hey, go order a drink. It's always like, thank you, Nika. Like, the foundation is there for her to explode into something. And I think there was a lot of people out there hoping that she was going to wind up being Terry's date. But I don't think it's going to go that direction. It seems as though Terry is more interested in the men's.
Yeah. That's the indication I get too, but I could be wrong. Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. I hope everybody's able to join us for that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah. And then we'll, afterward, we'll still get into the regular review. It's going to be like the morning with the 10th floor. You're going to have a lot of us.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time. But now we're going to open up the chat. What do you want to talk about? Let's scroll back here. Tiptoe over those rose petals. Yes. It's the same room from a different angle. Of course. Hoping beyond all hope that Mom is able to just accept it for being a different room on the Haunted Star. Monday's Finn sleepover will move to the bedroom, so Valentine's Day may be the night for Finn and Elizabeth to try to bump them uglies. But one of Elizabeth Alters is going to come out and she's going to be like, my name is Gertrude or something, get off of me. Where's my husband? Abner, where are you? So, there's that. Or, maybe he'll overdose on some sort of something. And then while Elizabeth wants to massage his cold feet, Finn will be dead. I don't know. We'll see. That happened once on the show. Do you remember?
No, actually.
Yeah, Neil died. And Alexis found, I'm going to rub your feet again. Oh, these feel like dead feet.
You're right.
Will Elizabeth get pregnant with yet another man's baby? I should have read this before starting it out loud. Get pregnant with another man's baby that way all 4 of her kids can have a different baby daddy. I think it's been done on the show before, right? I don't know.
Carly has.
Does Sonny have any kids that are directly related to each other? I don't think so.
Well,
I mean, Morgan and
Donna.
Donna, but Morgan's dead, so that doesn't count.
But they were full siblings, though.
Daisy says no more. Yeah, they are full siblings. Daisy says no more babies. I'm with it. We've had a lot of babies on GH. I know that babies are a big part of soap operas and always have been, but been a lot of babies.
I agree with you. Yeah, I think they need to give babies a little rest. I would like to see more adventure. I want to see that. That's really, I know the beginning of General Hospital, of Horse is a hospital, and I don't ever want to give up the 10th floor. That's for sure.
Right.
But, General Hospital has always been an adventure kind of thing. And I know that they don't have the budget for that. And if it has to look a little bit hokey, I just want to see it anyway.
Yeah, I'll take a little hokey adventure.
I'll take a little hokey adventure.
You know what they've also been able to do are bottle adventures. All right, they took. I mean, I know we talk about the Metro Court explosion and Jerry Jacks and all of that. We refer to that storyline a lot because it was one of the great moments of GH history. But they were able to do that with one set, one they already had.
Yeah, they were.
So,
they had to pay for some special effects, that's for sure. But yeah, that's that. I mean, a lot of it was like in that waiting area, right, where everybody was like,
yeah. They haven't used that waiting area since, but yeah.
Carly help Robin operate on somebody, or
all kinds of drama. Alan died. I mean, it's like some sort of anniversary has come up recently when it comes to all of that. That's my problem with Maxie. She didn't need a baby. Maxie didn't need a baby. They were trying to give Peter a baby to keep him on the canvas and try to keep him interesting and give him some sort of motivation to continue to haunt our cast. So yeah, the baby was for Peter, not for Maxie.
Did you guys see that there was some speculation that Wes Ramsey's going to come back and be Peter's twin?
I certainly hope that's not the case.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, all right, folks. Let's leave it out there. All right, okay.
I think Keisha, didn't you say that? That you heard?
Keisha, I think so. I think that she said, who knows what's true? There's a lot of rumors out there in Soapland.
I know, but man, yeah.
So, I mean, all right, but okay, so if we have to keep Wes Ramsey on the show, what do you want? Do you want villainous Wes Ramsey? Do you want the one that's always trying to get over on people? The one that talks like this? Or do you want the one that's so in love? Because love is so amazing, and amazing love is right in front of me, Maxie. Just the love that we have is not shared by anybody in the whole world, and our love is going to come together when we're married, Maxie. Our love is so great. Love. Which Peter do you want? Which Wes Ramsey would you prefer on the show? That's what I want to know.
Well, okay. All right. If he's still around and he's not Peter anymore, he is a different character. I want to see that Mr. Ramsey has something besides those two. If he can show me something besides those two, I'm all for it. How about that? Does anybody disagree?
Something in the middle. Dolores' husband adored Peter. He calls him the best villain. There's a lot of, when it comes to just to villainy, come on, guys. Let's take our fun Twitter hate away from it. Our attention grabbing conversation starting hate, and try to appreciate it for what it is. It's kind of just the villainy. It's interesting. It's not realistic. But why do you want realistic on a soap?
Hey, they've kept us talking. He's kept us talking about it, hasn't he?
He sure has. Polarizing character. But hey, if there's less Peter and more Victor, less Peter and more Martin, I am all for it. Okay, I'm so happy Martin Gray did not die after getting strangled in that house. I was so concerned.
Me too. I was glad to see that too. And I can't wait for his crazy brother return. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. Right?
Yeah. Yes. Cyrus, the overly redeemed Cyrus Renault. Oh gosh, oh god, that's gonna be so fun. Cameron Matheson hinted at some action coming for Drew. What kind of action? What kind of action are you talking about? Carly action or gun action? I don't know. I mean, things are still heating up in Mobland. It's just a little hot in Romance Land right now for Valentine's Day.
Daisy says, being raised by Ava, I see Avery being a teenage drunk.
I think Ava had a dream where Avery did not turn out very well. Avery and Charlotte needs to be hangout teenager. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think there might be a little bit of an age difference between Avery, but I haven't seen Avery in ages. I don't know.
When Ava came on canvas, she and Kiki were running scams on people. And Morgan was already their boy toy for both of them, pretty much.
Oh, goodness.
So, she could do a lot of things.
History. Hulu will wake up. And Jordan is coming back. I like Jordan.
I did see that. On Twitter or something.
Well, Dolores is not excited for it, but hey, not everybody likes everything. That's why there's a lot of characters on the show.
Yeah, well,
it's all good.
We'll see what
happens. It's all good.
Hey,
what's the score? What's the score, you guys? What's the score?
Are they playing it?
I think so. It's 4-3.
See, I don't have my glasses on. I need reading glasses.
What will happen to Spencer Cassadine? Spencer Cassadine is going to prison, in which he's going to have a very tense, tough time dealing with Esme, who almost watched him smooch another woman. All the while, he's going to get this sense of ominous, this weird eeriness between the relationships between Esme and Ryan, which is going to freak Spencer out because Spencer is not a fan of Ryan Chamberlain. And you saw how he reacted when they were suggesting that he and Ryan were working together, and he's like, oh my god, no, that disgusting man who kills people, I would never. So it's gonna be drama. That's what's in Spencer's future. Drama.
And I think they can, his little 30 days, I hope they don't, and I don't believe that they will, but I hope they don't have him, they show him 2 or 3, 4 times for us while he's there. I want them to I hope it doesn't turn out to be a break. I want it to turn out to be a story.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
Yes. Apparently the Rams are winning 7-0 already. Good job, LA Rams, my local team that I support so much with all of my heart. Go Rams, go. All right, folks, I'm ready to get back in this elevator. What about you all? I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
We got a lot to look forward to in the tour in the future, okay? When it comes to these heavy-hitting, dramatic weeks that we're having on GH, it always sets up for this new plot. So, hey, I'm ready for it.
And don't forget, you guys, next week, we're going to have a guest.
Yes, 11 a.m. right here on this channel, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I always have to make sure I say that because we got people all across the United States that likes to listen in on the 10th floor. So Alondria Linnea, who plays Nika on General Hospital, is going to join us for a little chit-chat talking about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness right here on the 10th floor. And in the meantime, follow us on Twitter at 10th Floor GH. Gosh, what else is there? You can follow us on Twitter. I said that. Subscribe to us. You're watching us now, so hit the subscribe button today. Let's continue to push those numbers up. Once we hit those next milestones, then I can start, quitting my day job. So, the more of you that watch us, the less work I have to do in real life. So remember that. Why did Spencer work with Esme even though she's a psychopath? Spencer doesn't know she's a psychopath. The end. Doors are closing. Goodbye. Ding. Go all the way down to the first floor, get into your cars, turn the radio, Spotify, old episodes of the 10th floor, ready and available for you on podcast. Join us next week right here at 11 a.m. I've been Matt.
And I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you right here next time on the 10th floor. Go spend time with your families. Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good afternoon, evening. Super Bowl. Yay.